Hey guys, Tim and Dave here from BowHunterPlanet Test Lab, and today we are talking about the Ravin R26.
So Tim, here we are. R26, this thing is no joke.
No, it isn't, and you know, straight out of the box, it comes fully equipped, and I think that's what I love the most about this thing is there's no putting it together. Yeah. Straight out of the box, you are ready to go. There's no bolts to tighten. There's nothing to do. It's just about getting it out and getting it ready. So,
as Bob said when he shot this, it's a pocket rocket. It's so tiny, but yet shooting so much pure energy coming out of this thing. Yeah. Unbelievable, guys, the size of this bow. When you see it, when you feel it, when you hold it, it's actually pretty impressive, really, when you think of Ravin when they started. Their original bow was a lot longer. So look what they're able to do. They made it compact. They got it like completely loaded with high technology. It's pretty impressive.
Yeah, and they have some versions that are a little bit longer, but this R26, when I pulled it out of the box and kind of lined it up for the first time, it's pretty comfortable, man.
I would say this. I mean, for you guys looking at Ravin's kind of set a huge trend at the top end of the spectrum for crossbows. But when you feel this bow for yourself, when you grab it, when you touch it, when you hold it in your hand, it feels quality. Honestly, it feels like there's like a rubberized material all around all my hands as we speak. It's pretty much everywhere. It's got a lot of safety right into it. You have to worry about your fingers. It's got a nice finger guard. So anyway, there's a lot of great stuff to the bow. Tim, why don't you take us through the stats real quick?
Yeah, so just real quick, rolling through the stats, rated at 400 feet per second, weight of only 6.5 pounds, axle to axle, cocked, only 5.75 inches. That is extremely small for a crossbow. Yep. Uncocked, you're looking at only 9.75. So, I'm sorry, 9.25. Even smaller. So really awesome bow for the size. Power stroke is 9.5 inches. Kinetic energy is 142, draw weight of only 12 pounds. And like we said before, it comes fully assembled. Comes with 6 arrows, quiver, removable handle. So there's some really good technology on here.
Speaking of tech, we'll just go ahead and throw you guys into the tech videos that Ravin sent us. We want to just let you guys see it directly from them because there's a lot of information there. I think it's best to see it in detail, so check this out.
One of the advantages of Helicoil technology is the VersaDraw cocking system. Working with the track trigger firing system, this ultra-compact cocking mechanism is fully integrated into the sleek stock design. The VersaDraw cocking system allows you to easily cock and uncock your crossbow. To engage the VersaDraw cocking system, place the cocking handle head into the recessed hole on either side of the stock. Engage the slots on the cocking handle with the drive shaft pins for a positive connection. A magnet will hold the handle firmly in place. While rotating the cocking handle forward, press the thumb release button to release any tension on the cocking strap and remove the handle. Then, press down on the spool thumb release and slide the track trigger firing system forward towards the bowstring. The bowstring clasp will automatically close around the bowstring and will also automatically activate the safety and anti-dry fire system. While grasping the crossbow grip, rotate the cocking handle forward to draw the track trigger firing system toward the trigger. The spool ratchet will make a clicking sound as the cocking handle turns. Your crossbow is fully cocked when the clutch slips and the clicking stops. To uncock your Ravin crossbow, hold the handle firmly during the entire decocking cycle. While applying pressure to the cocking lever with one hand, depress the thumb release with the other and rotate slightly forward to engage the decocking cycle. The force of the drawstring will immediately be transferred to the cocking handle. Continue to depress the spool thumb release and slowly rotate the cocking handle backwards. The string carrier will move forward until the bowstring contacts the stops. The cocking strap will have slack when the crossbow is fully decocked. You can stop the decocking cycle at any time by releasing the thumb release. The ultra-compact, fully integrated VersaDraw cocking system. Exclusive to Ravin. One of the revolutionary features of Helicoil technology is the track trigger firing system. This patented built-in trigger assembly contains the safety and anti-dry fire mechanisms. This system creates a perfectly balanced draw, increasing accuracy with every shot. The track trigger firing system slides along the rail and clasps directly to the center of the bowstring. which then automatically engages the anti-dry fire feature and activates the safety. The safety will be pointing at the white dot. After fully cocking the track trigger firing system to the rearmost position, the trigger mechanism is automatically engaged. The anti-dry fire feature will only disengage after a Ravin branded arrow is fully loaded into the trigger mechanism. Doing so requires about 10 pounds of force. When your Ravin arrow is fully inserted, you will feel and hear an audible click. When you are ready to fire, move the safety to the firing position pointing at the red dot. The Ravin is now ready to fire when the trigger is pulled. The track trigger firing system, a unique helicoil advantage that delivers a perfectly balanced draw to maximize your accuracy with every shot. The Ravin crossbow with patented helicoil technology is designed from the ground up to be the most accurate and efficient crossbow ever made. Helicoil technology coils the cables away from the top and bottom of the cams in helical grooves. This keeps the cams perfectly balanced for amazing speed and downrange accuracy. Helicoil technology rotates the cams nearly 340 degrees, allowing the Ravin to compress to a mere 6 inches wide when fully drawn. This also allows the string and arrow to float freely above the rail, eliminating unwanted friction for increased speed and supreme downrange accuracy. Helicoil technology, a revolutionary breakthrough for efficient compact performance and rifle-like accuracy never achieved by any other crossbow. One of the revolutionary advantages of helicoil technology is the frictionless flight system. This patent-pending crossbow technology allows the string and arrow to float freely above the rail. The frictionless flight system provides a quieter shot with improved string life by eliminating rail and string friction. This unique helicoil advantage delivers unmatched downrange accuracy with every shot.
All right, now that we're back, you guys can see there's a lot of tech in this bow and some amazing tech when you really think about it. Some of the things that I think about with this bow, and I'm just looking at over, just overview of this bow. It's got ambidextrous, lots of pieces to it. Number one, it's ambidextrous for if you're left or right here, based on the fact that you can switch, the safety goes left or right on both sides, but the pin can be moved to the other side if you want, and that's the pin that's gonna push the trigger system down to grab the string. So that actually can be adjusted. Also, it has this ambidextrous system here where you have the quiver can go on either side with a quick release, a place to put your handle so you don't have to worry about throwing your bag and losing it. It can be put on either side, which is pretty cool. Some other things I thought about when I was looking at this bow for the first time was the track system, how they talked about in the tech. The arrow actually glides on nothing, if you think about it. It's gonna come off this track, firing on these two little rollers on the front, and then fire right off the rail when doing that with these two little things, basically frictionless system is what they call it.
Absolutely, and when you think about the engineering that just goes behind a bow like this, it's unbelievable to think about what Ravin has really been able to produce out there in the industry today compared to all the other crossbows out there. It's quite amazing.
A couple other mentions real quick. The grip on the forearm is amazing. It's got a really good feel to it. It's very small, but it's like circular, so you can or half moon, so you can grab it. Couple other things are the arrows. 6 arrows is incredible. I've never seen, I don't think, a crossbow company give you 6 arrows from anybody.
It's a small thing, but it means a lot.
It means really a huge amount. That's crazy. And the scope, great scope on here, red or green, and out to 100. It's etched in out to 100, which is crazy.
It's crazy. We're gonna take a couple shots here in just a minute, but I can't wait to put a couple arrows through this, but it's just such a cool looking bow. I mean, everything that Dave mentioned, spot on. In addition to that, it's got the cocking mechanism that's built right in, and it's so small, like it's barely even noticeable. So you can see on this right here, it's all just built in right to the butt of the crossbow.
It's got a nice handle grip here.
Yeah.
But also, this is the button here. There's a button in the buttstock that allows you to bring it up, let it down. This is the lever that you need to use when you're doing all your adjustments on it.
So we'll show you how to get this thing cocked. We'll put a couple arrows through it, and so let's get started. All right, so here we are, Ravin R26 speed test. Everything's stock right out of the box. Obviously the crossbow comes fully assembled. Has the stock crossbow bolt right out of the box.
411.
All right, so we just speed tested the Ravin R26 rated at 400 feet per second, and we actually got 411 feet per second. Very impressive when you get that straight out of the box to be able to get those kind of numbers and really push it beyond what it's actually rated for. All right, so I'm going to walk you through real quick how to cock this crossbow. Basically, just to show you real quick, I'm going to attach the handle, crank it just a little bit to relieve some of the tension, so that way I can depress the latch on the back. Once the latch is loose, I can take the firing mechanism, push it all the way down to attach to the screen. You'll hear a nice little click when that happens. Reattach the handle, crank it up. Got a nice safety on there, so you'll see there's a little bit of a break on there, so that it's pretty safe when you're cranking it back. Once it's all the way back and I crank it enough, there's a slip in the back and in the gears where it won't crank anymore, so you simply take your handle off at that point, load your arrow on. One key point when you're loading your arrow on is that this crossbow, you have to click the knock into the string. So unless you hear that knock click into the string, you're not going to see the trigger come forward enough for you to fire. So just a quick tip on that. The first impressions out of the box were it's small. Right? I mean, you get it. It's fully assembled, which is nice. That's something you don't see most often with crossbows anyway. Something you can pull straight out of the box. Everything's put together for you. But you expect something this small to just feel weird in your hands when you're shooting it. And got a couple shots off on it. It's really a good size. I can't complain about it being only 26 inches. Narrow, you know, the narrowness to it is absolutely what you want in a crossbow, just the maneuverability from that side of it. A lot of times you're expecting to be able to maybe adjust the buttstock and that kind of thing. But for me, it was actually quite comfortable straight out of the box being this small. So no complaints there whatsoever. Speed test on it, impressive numbers. 411 feet per second, rated at 400 feet per second. So we actually we pushed the limit on it, got more than what it's actually rated for, which is rare to really see that. So very compact design, safety features are awesome, actually really good. Really wide finger guards on the bottom here, not one that you can actually go around. I actually couldn't even get around the grip with my fingers into the string area with that safety at all. Super easy to cock once you figure it out, super easy to shoot once you figure it out. And I say that because we did have a little bit of an issue initially when we were shooting it. You know, with most crossbows, we were used to it being kind of a flat end on the back of the nock. You can just kind of set it in there against the string and it's going to shoot. With the Ravin nocks, you have to make sure that you actually push it in a little bit harder than normal, because when you push it in, you feel like it's on the string. It's not. You have to actually hear and feel it click onto the string. Without doing that, this trigger mechanism, as you can see right now, it's really back towards the grip. This actually moves out into a firing position when it's ready to go and the arrow's loaded properly. So we were having, we had a couple issues with that, just not realizing that we had to push the arrow back a little bit farther and click it actually onto the nock for that to occur. So quick tip there, but overall, man, really impressive for $2,049, which is on the higher end. It's a premium crossbow for sure. It is exactly what you expect for that kind of price point. So really, you guys got to check it out, shoot it for yourselves. Super impressive when you hit the trigger, very good trigger pull. You fire and literally that bolt is already in the target. So there's no delay. It is super, super fast. Really, really impressive. So check it out at ravincrossbows.com. We'll see you next time on BowHunterPlanet.